Anthropic 2万亿的 IPO 估值，有投资人当场说这是银行自己放的风声，真实价格可能翻倍不止。
Thing you want to do is make whoever's lead left look bad. So you leak to the press and you say, hey, we're in the room. The bar is a 2. Now we have a higher resolution view of what was happening. But a few things on the Anthropic IPO. Listen, it's an exceptional business. They've executed really well, and they haven't just executed on the model. Their products are amazing. I always think about Eric Vistria. I don't think you've ever had on the pod, but I think he'd be a great guest. He's a good friend. He said, has a thought experiment nearly 2 years ago that he thought OpenAI and Anthropic would still have a lot of value, even if they lost at the model layer. Because the product, the harness, the user familiarity, it's all so important. And I think there's an element of truth to that. But as far as the IPO, listen, the first thing I would just say is the $2 trillion. I'm a little skeptical. We saw this with SpaceX. Everybody's jockeying to be lead left for Anthropic. And if you lose that, first $1 trillion IPO.
You said on a previous episode, 3 to 4 trillion.
Absolutely, but I think that's probably where it might trade. I mean,
so they're sandbagging now.
Yeah, we haven't seen the S1. I do think if you're bringing a company out responsibly, like you want to price it in such a way that you can absorb the lockup, because you don't want to price it really high, create a lot of volatility. That's very disconcerting for employees. You do not want anyone distracted at this moment. So I think that they'll price it smartly. Maybe that is 2 trillion. Maybe it is 2 and it trades to 3. But you just got to remember these leaks are always coming from the bankers who probably lost lead left and they want to make lead left look bad. So if it comes out at 2 trillion, it probably means that the testing the waters and the roadshow just went incredibly well. And people, they do want to own this. We've never, these numbers are unprecedented.
So are you saying the roadshow probably occurred already? Or quietly occurred?
No, definitely not. I'm saying
if
they price it at 2, it means the testing the waters went well, the roadshow went well, and they've got a lot of confidence about where it's going to trade.
Facts in the history of Silicon Valley, you pointed out multiple times here during this podcast in 2026 that we've never seen a revenue ramp like this. Can it continue? And if it does continue, what would that say about the value of AI to corporations and enterprises where Claude is the definitive leader?
Well, I think it can continue, although it is a legitimate question, because if you're ending the year at, let's say, $100 billion run rate, up 10x plus year over year, and by the way, they've grown 10x year over year for the last